So this one really works for those who use Inventory Lab, but if you don't, you can still get the same kind of information as long as you're able to compile a report of when an item was sold and when it was returned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Accounting here in Inventory Lab, and I'm going to go to Refunds. I'm just going to let it think about it for a second. Get frisky with it. So you got to have a little bit of fun. It is 10:20 in the morning, and I've been recording videos all morning. So we're going to click Refunds, and we're going to let Inventory Lab do its thing, which seems to be taking a lot longer on my computer. And here we go. So we're going to see that these items have been returned, which is all fine and dandy, but let's do something a little bit more intricate here. Let's go to Advance. We're going to pick a date. Like always, we're going to pick a date that is just arbitrary until today. Okay, so we're going to search. It's telling me I have 320 items. So what am I going to do with this? Well, I'm going to hit export. Okay, we'll export it, sure. So we're going to open it in Excel. This is where we're going to get a little bit fancy, okay? So you guys are going to follow along with me. Okay. So we are going to hit the equal button. We are going to choose this button minus this. You'll see this is now equals A2 minus I2. Hit enter, and it's going to give you a number. Now, I'm going to reduce this number so it looks like days, so I'm going to click this right here. And now it's rounding it. So we're good. This looks a lot better. Now, what did I just do here? I took the original order date. So this is the day the item was ordered. And this is the day the item was refunded. Okay? So I've subtracted that, and I now know there were 4 days between the original order date and the refund date. Now, why is this important? Well, Amazon has a policy. And the policy is that normal refunds cannot take place after 30 days. Sometimes their policy doesn't stick, though. Sometimes they will issue refunds. Now, they do have, if you order between November 1st and you have, or December 25th, 30th, or 31st, make sure to double check that. You have until the end of January to return that. That's their extended Christmas policy. So what we're going to look for are any numbers that are higher than 4. Now, you don't want to type that crap in every time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom corner here. See, I get the black arrow, and we're going to drag it down. Okay, we're going to go down to all of what we have here. It's going to start doing all the math for us. So instead of going through and looking at each individual item, we're going to click the L, and we're going to go over here to Sort and Filter. We're going to go down to Filter. Now we're going to get that little pop-up box that we've seen a lot of times here. And what we're going to do is we're going to click this. And we are going to do this greater than or equal to 30. This is going to show us every item that has been returned greater than or equal to 30 days. Does that make sense? Okay, so I've already filed this report. But this is good to know. So what you're looking at here, and this made me a lot of money when I did this, is now we're looking at every item that has been returned after the return period. Now, the one thing you do want to look here is you want to look at the original order date. If it is an 11 or 12, we need this to be in February. So like for instance, my first one there was ordered on November 21st and it got returned on February 3rd. So that one's eligible for return. Okay, does that make sense? But this one here was bought on the 21st, was returned within the window. So I can't do anything. So I could probably just go ahead and delete that row. But now what you have is you have an entire record of everything that was sold FBA that was part of the order. So what you do is you break this down into 5 increments and submit these to Amazon by going to your Seller Central, Help, and say Contact Us. So it's going to pull us up here. You go to Selling customers and orders, paste the order ID in there, and say this refund happened after the refund window, after 30 days, or if it's in December or November, this happened after January 31st. In accordance with Amazon guidelines, this should not have happened, and I'm requesting reimbursement. You submit that. So now, once you have submitted that, you need to kind of keep track and follow up on it. Now, would I tell you to go and do every single one of these right now? I'd probably wait just a tad, okay? Don't go crazy. Don't flood the system with information. But this would be great for you to do every so often so that you can put this information in there and you can get the money back that you deserve. So you can go through here, anything 30 days or more, unless it was bought in November or December, is eligible for this reimbursement. And let me give you an example of one that I did, this Polaroid camera here. It was a Polaroid printer. I got that refunded to me, and they paid me the $188 I owed for that. So it's kind of fascinating and interesting, but that was one tip that I had that really made me a lot of money.